Coming up on this week's show, Magmakammer tease with their new single Cyanide Fever. I get down with Hippie Death Cult's new album Helichrysum, as well as all this week's latest news from the heavy underground. Welcome back to another episode of A Weekly Dose of Volume, the only show that descends into the heavy underground. Playing us in today was Kozmik's very own Magmakammer, who have just released their second teaser single from their up-and-coming new album, coming early 24. Have a listen and tell me what you think. Pretty tasty, I think you'll agree. We will keep you posted on the new album, which, as I say, will be dropping on Cosmic Artifactz early 2024. And now, the news. Considering it's the second largest continent on the planet, you don't hear or see much coverage from the heavy underground scene in Africa. Well, one band changing that with their blend of stonery, psychedelic-y, grungy punkness is We Kill Cowboys. Check out this clip from a recent live performance of their track Earth Demon and tell me what you think in the comments below.
And now I'm feeling dizzy.
Motorcultor Open Air Festival in France have unveiled its first crop of bands, and my, what a smorgasbord of heavy treats it is indeed. With good representation of the stoner psych doom scene coming from the likes of Villagers of Ionin City, Duel, Stone Jesus, Red Fang, Gavella Attack, and Clutch, who will play alongside the likes of heavy extreme metal titans as Meshuggah, Opeth, Aborted, and the Black Dahlia label. More festival announcements as Sonic Whip in the Netherlands teases its initial offerings, with Cadaver, Green Lung, Brand Bjork Trio, and Domcraft among the first temptingly delicious delights. And with many more to be announced, this is shaping up to be a feast of heaviness. And raise a glass to Kevin Geordie Walker, founding member of legendary UK rockers Killing Joke, who sadly and suddenly passed this week.
Symbols and clash and pipes of pain awaken from the trance. There is no retribution to have even does. I can see tomorrow.
Now, a little while back I shared a track from the new Hippie Death Cult album, Helichrysum. I still don't know if I'm saying that right. Well, after having the album thundering through the castle for over a month now, it is time for I, your volume dealer, the Elder, to cast my verdict. Since their last offering in 2021, Circle of Days, the band have gone under significant changes, transformations, evolution, if you will. From their original four-piece to a more slick, streamlined power trio, with long-standing bass player Laura Phillips creeping out from behind her 8x10 bass cabinet to take up the mantle or vocalist. Lineup changes rarely herald anything but disappointment, with but a few exceptions. And to be honest, it's even more rare that such changes actually enhance or improves upon the original formula, although again there are exceptions. And my, Hippie Death Cult are one of those exceptions. You see, in the case of Hippie Death Cult, what has transpired is more akin to the uncertain caterpillar transforming into the majestic butterfly. The complete transformation of an already good band into something entirely new and exciting. This is Hippie Death Cult 2.0. As the needle drags, the first thing that hits you as a Helichrysum breaks out is that Laura Phillips can sing. She can really fucking sing, embodying the mystique and power of Jefferson Aeroplane's Grace Slick, while showcasing a broad and frightening range of tone and expression, from softly spoken to banshee-like screams. We should have known that the ability was there, having provided backing vocals on previous outings, but with the cage doors fully open, to realize the span of her wings, the new power, sound, and dynamic that she brings to the forefront is simply transformative.
Living just to die.
With one seemingly simple chess move, the band have gone from here to here. It is a night and day contrast that with it brings a sense of real maturity. My fucking voice is still fucked. You really need to clean that bong. Yes. It's filthy. It is a night and day contrast that with it brings a sense of maturity all in itself. As the band's third studio album, Helichrysum should have marked the band's journey and progression to date. But instead it hits with all the excitement and giddiness of a stunning brand new debut, which is perhaps how Helichrysum should be viewed. Yes, this is Hippie Death Cult, but only by name. The reality is that what stands before us is an entirely different beast. The thing I admire about Hippie Death Cult was that over time they have established a sound that is unique to them. It first reared its head during their Doom Sessions co-release with High Reaper. Take a listen. my circles of days, this was slightly more prominent. Characterized by faster tempos, frantic double kicks, with the guitars locking in with tight, almost polyrhythmic riffs. And now with Helichrysum, the sound is more fully developed and forms two of the album's standalone tracks, Red Giant and Toxic Annihilator. I spoke about Toxic Annihilator on a previous show with much enthusiasm and excitement. 1 month on and that track still ripped as hard as it did on first listen. If you haven't checked it out, this would be my first port of call if new to the band or Helichrysum as an album. However, the way to enjoy both these tracks is to start with Red Giant, as the two similarly sounding tracks act together like two equally heavy parts of the one magma opus. Now, this is my only gripe of the album, and it's not really a gripe, more a personal opinion, a wish, a fantasy if you will. But I do wish that the band had actually joined these two tracks, blending them together more. Let me show you what I mean. You see, on the record, this is how Red Giant ends. Now, and remember, this is only my personal opinion, but imagine instead if it went like this. Like a steel-toe drop-kick to the face on a cold wintry morning. Regardless, these two tracks are fucking outstanding, and really show, aside to Hippie Death Cult, that I really urge them to hone in on and develop in future releases. As a whole, Helichrysum just rings out with a sense of confidence and maturity. This is a well-written, well-crafted, well-executed record that shows the prowess of a band realizing itself. Everything just seems to have been dialed up a few notches. From the blinding guitar work of Eddie Berlandic, I don't even care if I said that name. Drumming of new Sticksman Harry Silvers. The record does not play like a newly shuffled deck of cards, nor does it sound like a band that have just started afresh. Helichrysum presents Hippie Death Cult as a well-oiled, well-maintained machine of war, ready to do battle. And if Helichrysum is anything to go by, the battle to the top for Hippie Death Cult 2.0 may have already begun. Out now on Heavy Psych Sound Records, Helichrysum is sure to top many an album of the year list. A powerful statement piece from a band reimagined. You can grab your copy of Helichrysum on black or olive green vinyl as well as CD over on the Kozmik store now. A link will be below. Right, that's about all the time we have for this week. But before we go, of course, it's time for this week's Riff of the Week. And who better to provide this week's riff than the riff master himself, Kirk Weinstein. Yes, Kirk Weinstein has a new supergroup. Of course he does. Featuring Typo Negatives, Kenny Hickey and Johnny Kelly, as well as Todd Strange, formerly of Crowbar, and current low-end thumper for Weinstein's other supergroup, New Orleans Heavyweights Down. Tell me what you make of this. Until next week, my friends, keep it loud, keep it heavy, keep it cosmic.